church bells chime the hour. Ripe fruit fallen underfoot, and crumbling ancient stonework. The grass is long, uncut here. Surprises are like apricots. Surprise is that you came to meet me in the orchard. Meet me in the orchard. I whispered to you, blithely. So few words yet between us. Surprises are like apricots, fallen kisses, fallen clothing, crushing grasses of high summer. Insects buzz the hour, but our bodies find the rhythm of the moment and the eon of a different kind of time.
Canberra Slambouree is a poetry slam. You're probably familiar with the idea. You've probably been to one before right here in this particular area on this particular evening. What is a poetry slam? It is a thing where you come with your poetry, your words, you do it in front of a microphone, you give it to people who sit in the audience. The people take it, they put it in their hearts, and they take it home. We have judges secreted amongst you. Yes, they walk amongst you are 5 judges, and they four judges. Sorry, 4 judges, not
and
5. The 5th judge died. Not here. 4 judges. What do? How do they judge it? They don't do it with numbers. This is poetry. What do numbers have to do with poetry? Nothing. Nothing. So we're going to do this instead. The 4 judges. The way the night works is poets get 3 minutes. Poets come in packs of 4, right? Packs of 4. There are 3 packs of 4 throughout the night, 12 poets. After each pack of 4 poets, the judges think about that pack of 4 poets and they choose the one they like the most. And they write it down on a bit of paper, and then Cabo takes the bit of paper, that's what he does, and he puts it in a hat. That's right, so you got 4 bits of paper in the hat. Rinse and repeat 3 times, you got 12 bits of paper in the hat. At the end of the night, how do we judge who is the best poet? We take it out of the hat. Now listen. Poetry slams have always been fairly arbitrary, that much is clear, but we're just putting that on the front burner. We're letting it all hang out. It's arbitrary, baby. You got to get used to it. So that's
here at Slambouree Limited, we believe that all poetry and adventures should be rewarded with badges.
Badges!
Badges for poetry adventures. What gets your badge, you may ask? Well, nobody knows. Nobody knows apart from Brown Owl. Brown Owl is the only one who knows the badge categories. Maybe there's a badge for cutting your toenails in the bath and writing a poem about it. Maybe there's a badge for a sleep poem or a sex poem or whatever. No one knows but Brown Owl.
Another life washed away. In the ebb and flow of existence, she didn't have the resistance of a greener girl. More like a pearl, buried deep beneath the crush and clap oyster trap. No needle could get through. No siren team knew the treasure map for lost causes. She tried to send a message, bobbing away to lost places, when no man is an island, and rhetorical nets sweep the surface like a $2 shop broom. And here was Amanda's truth. Some treasures have less value. Some never wish to be found. It is safer underground. Oceans upon rivers of tears. And 33 years, 5 months, 3 days and 1 baby girl, 2 pearls washed away, never fully known, never fully grown. Her hot tears fell silently to the sand and washed away.
The afternoon heat of summer. On a windowsill I see a fly, disease carrier, germ bearer, a plague that feasts only on decay, the unpleasant and unwanted guest. Mouth parts moving as it licks its leg, twitching as its leg wipes its bulbous eye. Still wet foot descends upon the surface. Each of its hairy feet press onward, contemplating its final moments. It crawls upon a barren wasteland. Trudging onward, energy fades. Direction, but without reason. meaningless depths with no end in sight, infinite emptiness stretching on. An endless solid ribbon stretches, a road but no destination. Only the hunger drives it onwards, but it knows it will not be sated as its hourglass is running dry. Memories may provide it with comfort of a family once nurtured. Its purpose will survive it through their lives, but for one, this is no beginning, ending alone in this desolation. The light dims and the chill of the night closes in and robs her strength. Faltering, struggling, lost, prone, dying, legs clutched tight, the world spins as soul's wings fly.
All right, one more time.
Thank you. Now I'm actually hoping that I could get maybe 3 volunteers. I wanted to take up the challenge of having a soundtrack or props or something. And I wasn't organised enough to bring a soundtrack with me, so I would actually like a live soundtrack tonight. So it's very simple. You don't have to use the microphone. You don't have to do it alone. So if I could get 3 people, 1, 2. Nobody would believe her. Okay. I dragged Cassandra along with me. So much cautious wisdom, so much extra weight. She was drawn to the neighbourhood by something in my temperament. My mother gave her my exact address and inoculated me against the curse that her prophecy would never be believed. Sometimes I trailed her behind me, my fingers tangled in a hank of her hair. You'd think she might lose some skin that way, but she proved durable. Other times, she held me in a headlock, her elbow clamped to my sternum, her dry lips brushing my ear with whispered prognostications like tinnitus. I must have scratched her fingers from my throat in sleep, between mosquito bites and dreams. I woke buoyant on silence. I woke buoyant on silence. Let go a load carried long, and gravity recedes. You touch the earth lightly, on your feet or on your knees. I haven't dodged my doom by getting out of earshot. My civilization will yet crumble as foretold. Uncivilize me, please.
Parturition is the bliss of the one. Coition, disillusion is the bliss of the many. Yeah, Blair.
Feminist, 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 feminist. Feminist, feminist, feminist. Feminism. Feminist, feminist, feminist. Feminist. Feminist, feminist, feminist. Feminist, 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 feminist. Feminist, 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 fucking feminist. Feminist and feminism. I'm a feminist. Feminist, feminist, feminist. Feminist, 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 feminist. Fuck the patriarchy.
Visions of a land of green, living in the 1,000-year peace, making its reality your scene. Endless amounts of grain for all, love and mother nature's all. No great need for money at all, I'm sure. Take me to the promised land by the river sands. Take me to the promised land with the rainbow man. Crystal gardens, flowers so bright, shiny glassy temples at night, awakened spirit guides of light so bright. People dressed in velvet gowns, music making folky sounds, celebrations all around in towns. Take me to the promised land by the river sands. Take me to the promised land with the rainbow man. Communal permaculture farms, growing in the morning sun, lying in your lover's arms as one. Kingdom where the land is free, a grand new society, no great need for armies or police. Take me to the promised land by the river sands. Take me to the promised land with the rainbow man. Take me to the promised land by the river sands. Take me to the promised land with the rainbow man.
I write emails to myself containing poetry, and I was surveying my past poetry, which is kept in spreadsheets, in line with the financial year. And I send through to myself some notes to myself from time to time, and this is one of them. Dear Josh, from financial year 2013-14. I'm starting to get a little bored of when you describe your love as a storm or other meteorological phenomenon. So I can't imagine how she must be feeling. I know she's a muse. What's the muse though? The object of your poem? Already we know you're in a bit of trouble with that object word. That's a no-no for women. There are plenty of other things that are tempestuous and wet that are not a storm. A cat thrown in a swimming pool, for example. But I am yet to hear you compare your lovemaking to this. And it rarely happens the other way around. You never tell me how the storm breaks over the horizon like a voluptuous wet cunt, making farting thundery sounds and spraying liquid on the ground. When you're really clever, you write about the storm coming across and it being wild and exciting and wrecking your shit. And then cleverly you make this little bridge about how that rain made it possible for your new growth. Very smart. Yet what this misses is that it doesn't say eventually at some point you're walking down the street and you bump into the storm and you say, you know, after all, I've realised that rain made these plants grow and I've grown a lot and maybe I shouldn't have got so mad that you rained on me. And the storm thinks to herself, you shithead. Maybe if you'd grown those plants earlier, I wouldn't have had to rain so much. But instead, graciously, she says aloud, "Oh, that's great. I'm so pleased for you. Yes, we've both grown a lot." And she tries her best to look like a bright cumulonimbus drifting by gently on a summer's day. I want you in the future to approach women in your poems the same way you did when you were 4 in the playground, reverentially and respectfully in the face of such difference that is almost immediately forgotten upon the discovery of a shared interest, like hurling a dirt clog directly into each other's eyes, or making flower chains. And the fervour and passion is in discovering these things. But at some point you forgot this. And while we're at it, let's leave all our definitions of manliness that involve whiskey.
I have a prop. Alright. This is a true story. Ramses the 13th. Steph Calver is a traveller at the tip-top end of Woden Interchange. Bench-chaired and hardback booked, she's waiting for her trip. The smell of links invades the diesel air. As Steph looks up, some guy looks lower, inch by inch, and smirks until his eyes alight the hem of her three-quarter pants and flinch, much like John Ruskin on his wedding night. I don't get women who don't I don't get women who don't shave their legs, he says. Are you a feminist or gay? No mind the fallacies the question begs.
Wow, sorry that my legs got in the way of your male gaze.
Steph says. You chicks should make an effort to look like them girls from Fast and Furious 7. Striding to the snake pit, this modern Cicero shouts unabashed. If you want a man like me, and I quote, you've got to shave them legs, girls, he explains. Right now, Steph Calver makes a mental note to never, ever, ever shave again. No wax or lasers, creams or razor's edge would touch her skin, Steph vowed at platform 3. But then, I'll think of yous with hairless legs tonight. It's unsurprising that to be objectified of his affections might be Calver's back of camel final straw. So Steph, as Steph is wont to do, says, "Fight me!" And she promptly steels herself from war. Steph wields her book, The Beauty Myth, and then she kneecaps him until he bites the dust. The 97 boards, while Steph, the femme Achilles, ties her Hector to the bus. His vast and limbless trunk still on that bike rack, while his hairy legs stand on Steph's shelf. This story's moral, some opinions, like one's legs, might be kept better to oneself.
I'd like you to please welcome to the stage the Techno Viking!
That's not a hat, it's a helmet!
It's a techno helmet. Drop it like it's an apple on his head.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Oh.
Restart the program!
This is why you didn't know.
I left stone-colored breadcrumbs, but I never wrote about escaping the city. I ate young aged rare beef, but I was chasing SL1210s on eBay. I kept questioning whether second-hand turntables will buy me thread. I thought I had let my old life shed, like I had wanted a phoenix fire. But my lover changes faces every night, from pixels and endless black and white circles to broken promises. I would write about brown bread.
I want to do with carpet anything that I can, with all the instruments that exist, so no one can do anything with carpets in the coming 100 years. Carpets may seem mundane and trivial, but they carry with them implicit beliefs and worldviews. Carpets carry with them implicit beliefs and worldviews. Carpets remind us that seemingly immutable institutions can be radically altered, especially the foyers. Carpets think wider than their grandmothers did, because they have passed a border in their minds. One's connection with carpets depends on one's own cultural context. Carpets are very flexible and can easily mix past and present. But there are clashes between generations. Carpets are shamans, and shamans have always brought something into society. Something society doesn't need. I want these carpets to have been fundamentally stripped of meaning and worldviews. Carpets now have been fundamentally stripped of meaning and worldviews. Before, I was only thinking about doing something with carpets. But now I've been listening. This carpet wants to read all the scrolls arriving from the ships. This carpet wonders what wonders were in the books of Berosus. This carpet gets frustrated when making elaborate scale models because it has no hands. This carpet wants someone to buy it a stiff, straight whiskey. You have fallen into a trap. No way. This carpet wants me to do a workshop about scything on a dark mountain. It says, bring cash. You think I've fallen into a trap? I've written for Overland because I'm a subscriber and I think Nick Cave's a misogynist. Because his characters are misogynists. I can deconstruct. So I'll find my own way out. I'll find my own carpets. I'll weave my own carpets. I'll lie. Lie on my own carpets. Because I want carpets. I want carpets. Carpets like me.
Hi.
Do it! Get me out!
Me. I am. I like you,
I like you too.
but I'm not like you. English isn't my first language. From my first breath, I counted nearly everything. Artistic desires replaced by an incessant need for math. And now, today, line 9 of a Fibonacci poem, soul bared, in a crowd of strangers sharing my sick, sad desire for mathematics.
Yeah!
Not being judged!
Riley Beaumont was not seen by Brown Owl, and so Brown Owl cannot give Riley Beaumont any badges.
I don't want a badge!
But he doesn't want a badge!
I'm judging you!
We can sell you a badge!
Well done!
Hosts, should we start the song?
I realize I have nothing left to offer you. Green rivers of lust flow from the locks that sprout from my glistening heart. No longer do my eyes pierce the secrets that are locked away within the depths of your spirit. No longer do I dance morning after morning under the fading stars like an infinite poem that repeats the growth of its autumn leaves, regardless of the season, regardless of the gypsy smoke that rises from the burning dirt, that feeds its flames into the soles of our leather boots. I realize I have nothing left to offer you. Nothing to impress you with. Nothing I can think to recite to you. I no longer wear ribbons of hope strapped to dresses made of the mountains in your dreams. I no longer smile so deep that it makes the pulse of my poetry dance its metaphors before your eyes as I stand as still as the invisible wind. I no longer feel as though I could create anything, produce a star and place it on your doormat, depict a forest in the bedroom, move the oceans with the force of my knowingness. I have nothing left to offer you. I realize that. As I stand on the edge of modernity's balcony, as I swim through the artless streetlights, I've loved for too long, I've longed for too long, sung everything, cried for everyone. I have nothing left to offer you, nothing but the ocean of my dreams.
My call! I don't know if that means I get to choose the poet or if there is a my call in there. Oh, Michael! Ladies and gentlemen, the emblazoned Michael!
Alright, this poem was dedicated to the music I heard at a friend's 21st. I like your conversations, I'll listen.
Yeah, they're good conversations.
Yeah, they are. Yeah. I mean, who really wants to listen to us? I mean, it goes on forever, doesn't it? Like, yeah, you know, you start up, it's like, yeah, I'm going to be cultured, it's going to be the best thing ever. And you're like, oh, yeah, I'm going to meet so many interesting people, and they're going to say so many interesting things, and you're like, yeah, I'm going to listen. I'm going to learn something for the very first time tonight, and I'm going to meet the future love of my dreams. Maybe I came with someone else, but hey, fuck them. I'm going to meet the person of the future. And I'm going to tell them society. And they'll understand. Society! And they'll know what I mean.
What do you mean?
I don't know what I mean. But you know what I mean? That's what I mean. That's what this all means. That's what it's about. That's what it's for. And I should start my poem. Actually, no, it's probably over.
Isn't this the poem?
Yeah!
Prove us wrong!
There's
this girl I know. Walks around dragging a heart behind her like a dog. At night I see that young woman through the kitchen window with a heart on her knee. She strokes it like a kitten. Taking up a needle and a thread of sinew, she tries to sew up the ragged, bloody edges. As it pumps over her knees like a raped vagina. This woman has a daughter. She dresses her in a bonnet and a scarf, puts it in a pram among her dolls and teddy bears. There, she says. There. Used to be a man lived there once. Tried to beat it to death with a stick. Did things to it when no one was looking. Now, with him gone, who knows? Sometimes I see that old woman working in a garden. The heart sits up beside her, sunning itself on a rock or dogging her every step. It's all covered, all over, with debris. Lichen, moss, gravel, dirt, gum leaves. Exasperated, she dips it in a bucket of salty water. Shaking like a dog, it settles down again on the rock. In the sun, there's this woman I know. Drags a heart behind her like a dog.
A heavy breathing paints the air in a vapour most viscous, that your face is hidden in the dark rolling cloud. Our eyes meet for mere moments before the cloud obscures our sight, but not our bodies, which crash and grind over each other in an endless clash for space that has long been left rank and vile. Hot war, but not worth the battle scars. If we knew the purpose of our fight, we could come to terms and truce, but the truth has long since been obscured by the cloud of our breath, lost and never found.
All right. Magic Rob is now going to choose for us the winner of the first ever inaugural Slambouree before your eyes. Magic Rob, make it so. Who's that?
Blair Williams.
Yeah, fuck the patriarchy. That's right. Can we get one more huge round of applause to Blair? And courtesy of Magic Rob, Blair wins this icon.
Gold Buddha.
A gold Buddha.
Good job,
with black spots on the back. Not sure what that means, but please, it's yours. She wins the patriarchy, ladies and gentlemen. Blair!